What is going on, guys? TheBrokenMachine here with some Battlefield 4 gameplay again today. Not Battlefield 1. I have been in the closed alpha. It's been awesome. I've been posting a lot of gameplay. If you haven't seen any, go check it out. I've left a link in the description. But today we are back on Battlefield 4 with a post commentary. This was, I believe it was a 54 kill game. It's pretty awesome with the ACWR. We've got the Coyote, the laser sight, muzzle brake, and the stubby grip. And the camo we've got is not my favorite. It is the firefighter. It looks pretty nice. If you know what my favorite is, I know some of you guys who watch my stream will know. Let me know in the comments below, see if you guys can remember that one. It's been quite a while since I mentioned that. But anyway, today I want to talk a little bit about this gameplay, a little bit about BF1, Battlefield 4, this channel, and all that jazz. But to start off with, we're actually busting straight into this MCOM from above, taking a dominance position or a power position. Talked about this a few times. There's a gameplay up that's kind of similar to this, at least starting off in this MCOM. But as we get to the next set of MCOMs, you're going to see me using power positions in different ways and trying to take an objective by myself. But on this one, you're trying to stay up here, control the flow. That's really important. You always want to be trying to control the flow if you understand the spawns and where enemies may come from and where they can come from. You can control the map a lot easier. So I kind of know these guys can get up the stairs there. There's some stairs to my right as well. But the majority of players are going to come this way. Some might drop in if they have a spawn beacon, but for the most part, pretty much safe on this platform here. And just watching the MCOM whenever I can. Gotta watch that little corridor thing there. Difficult to see enemies down there. Yes. Battlefield 1. Good game. Pretty good so far. The question is, will it replace Battlefield 4? And yes and no, I don't think so. I think, obviously, I'm going to buy it. I think everybody's going to enjoy it. I think it is looking pretty awesome so far, but I think it's going to be pretty easy just to come back to this and, you know, switch between the two. I don't think it's going to be a case of where, you know, a new game comes out and it's like, oh, well, the previous one, don't want to play it anymore. I think the two are going to sit quite comfortably. God damn it, I messed up, bro. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. Let's carry on. Leave the mess ups. I can handle it. It's okay. But yes, I think people are gonna enjoy like going between the two. They are different from what we've played so far. Battlefield 1, it's got, personally I think it's got much better flow in many ways, but that's only Conquest. You know, if you watch my channel for a long time, you know I'm not a big fan of Conquest, and it's not that I like the idea of Conquest. I like the 64 players, but I've always felt that Conquest hasn't, not all maps, but some maps it just hasn't quite got it. But I'm just going to be quiet for a moment. Actually, we've got a nice quad feed. Oof, that was nasty. Had to be quiet there. I just had to let you see that moment and let you hear it and just take it in. Gotta love the mid snipers. But yes, anyway, where was I? Battle pickups. They might come back. I wonder if they are coming back. Could be interesting. Kind of powerful, this one, isn't it? Don't think it necessarily needs to be in it, but yes. Me personally, I think I'm going to be playing both games. I'm not done with Battlefield 4. Definitely not. I'm still going to be posting gameplays when Battlefield 1 comes out. Probably not as much because, you know, I'm going to be spending more time on BF1. But I'm going to be posting, like, you know, just awesome games. Probably tone it down with the tutorials because it's like, you know, it's getting quite old now and it's difficult to, well, not necessarily difficult, it's a bit unnecessary at this point. There's not as many people watching BF4 and it's kind of time to move on in some ways, but I am still going to be posting the big kill streaks, the big kill games, and some of the more interesting games where, you know, cool stuff happens with stuff that you don't quite expect, like winning the objective at the last minute, that kind of thing. But yes, I'm going off on, I'm all over the place with this commentary. I just wanted to do a chill commentary, you know. I think I've kind of been stressing myself out lately, trying to do really, like, not scripted commentaries, but you're trying to make it too perfect. I think I need to just kind of loosen up a bit and just if I mess up, just leave it. You know, it doesn't matter. It's not a tutorial, so it doesn't. You know, it's not straight to the point. It's just a chill. Let's watch a game. Let's talk about a game, that kind of thing. So I think I need to do that. And I hope you guys kind of enjoy those kind of things. I do. You know, I don't like. You know, I like scripted stuff. I like show kind of stuff, like TV show kind of stuff. I think I need to just kind of tone it down a bit some days. I think I get too serious. I don't know. I'm a kind of like a bit of a perfectionist, and it's very difficult for me to just let it go. It honestly is. But anyway, back to the commentary at hand. This is where we're trying to take this MCOM by myself. I'm in this place and I'm just sizing up the enemy. What are they gonna do? And I push into the MCOM and this cheeky bugger nearly gets me. Now we don't have many teammates here, so I've got a plan. I've got to come up with a strategy. I decide I'm going to sit here, leave the MCOM armed, and then pop up when somebody tries to disarm it. But unfortunately, it doesn't go to plan. A tank comes around the corner, just waiting for that defuse. There it is. There's one, and there's a third guy, but I can't quite get him. The tank comes. Damn it. They do creep up on you, don't they? It's interesting to see the tank, actually. In BF1, they are very powerful, but they're very slow. It's like you... Unless you're in the fog, it's very easy to know that the tank's coming. Whereas in this game, it seems like a tank will spot you from afar and just you'd be like kind of screwed. BF1, there's on some of the open areas, but it's not so good. But in the town areas, it's like you know there's a tank around. It's like, oh well, doesn't matter. I can just chill. I'll be fine. So there is that to look forward to. Obviously, the vehicles are really powerful. You'll see a lot of commentators like Jack Frags and whatever talking about how powerful they are. So they are quite powerful currently, but I think once we start seeing more anti-tank weapons coming into the game, the final release, I think you'll see a lot less vehicles dominating. But we'll have to see. But I don't think DICE are going to make a stupid mistake having the vehicles too powerful. I don't think they're going to do that. Definitely not. I think they've realized a lot of their mistakes from previous games, especially from Hardline. I kind of liked Hardline, but there's definitely a lot of things that people didn't really like about it. But, well, I say DICE, they didn't actually make it as Visceral Games. But I mean, that kind of... They understand Battlefield. They understand, you know, maybe Hardline wasn't in the right direction. Maybe. I don't know. But do you know what I mean? I know Visceral Games made it, but you know that I think they've realized, you know, what kind of things people want, and I hope they don't have vehicles that are too dominant. Because you know how Battlefield 4 can be with the tank. Sometimes it gets a little just annoying, especially on some of the more open maps. Kind of frustrating. But anyway, going off on a tangent there. Some nice little kill feeds on this objective. Lots of points. Yeah, a little double kill to end that. The hit reg in this game was just insane. If you guys have been watching my streams, you'll know that I've been complaining a little bit. The connection has been a little bit all over the place. But after not playing this for a few days and coming back, I was like, whoa, what's going on with this hit reg? I mean, look at that. That's a sub, actually. The Herbalist. I got you. I mean, I'm really pushing the ACWR to its limits there. That's pretty much as far as it'll go. That range, you know, bullets aren't going to be missing. You just kind of have to live with that and just try and, you know, let it bounce a little bit. And what you're about to see here is an error on the game's part. At some point, I pressed the battle log button, and right here it pops up, and I was like, what? I was like, no, 37-5. It popped up. That seems to be an issue that's been ongoing for a long time now. I hope they fix that. But that's another point, actually. Battlelog has gone, or it's being phased out at least. It's changed to forums.battlefield.com. You can still use the server browser and whatever, but I think they're taking that out completely. In the new Battlefield 1 closed alpha, there is actually a new user interface that Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline is going to have. So you'll be able to just switch games on the fly, straight from the menu. So that's pretty cool. Bit of pre-fire on that guy. Unfortunately, he got me. So you'll just be able to, like, say you've just played around on this Firestorm, and you decide, you know what, I feel like some Hardline. So you can just back out, go straight into Hardline, and then once you're done with that, just jump straight into like Battlefield 1. It's pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. I've not seen it in full use, but you can see bits of it on some of my BF1 videos. I think it'd be awesome to be able to just switch up like that. Coming up to the last MCOM here. This has been quite a long commentary. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know if you haven't. You know, I'm always interested in criticism. Some of you guys don't like post commentaries. Some of you guys, you know, just kind of hate them. I kind of understand that. But today I just wanted to, you know, talk about a few things. And you know, I'm not always recording live commentary. Obviously, the neighbours, I don't think they'd be too happy if I'm sat here at like midnight shouting away. But that's the UK for you. We tend to live in much smaller houses, and our walls are so thin, and you can, well, not so much in this house, but in newer houses, some of the walls are so thin you can literally hear next door's conversation. It's so bad. It's so bad. Ah, dear. But anyway, we're coming to the end of the game now. I'd be interesting. Did I just say that? I'm not gonna re-record this damn commentary. It's going live. We're doing it live. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on my Battlefield 1 gameplay. I so wished I got it on PS4. I was offered an invite by a guy on Twitter in return for me giving the footage, but I had to pass on it because, you know, game sharing I don't fully understand it. I think it's against terms and conditions, terms and service and all that jazz. So I said, you know, I'm gonna have to decline that. So I would have had to sign into their account, but I was just like, you know, I kind of want to, but at the same time, that could get both of our accounts banned. Because you are allowed to game share, but it's meant to be like, you know, if you go to someone's house and then sign in. So I was just like, oh, you know, I'm gonna have to pass on that. But if you want to see some PS4 gameplay, go check out my friend Wixie. I'll leave a link in the description. Go check that guy out. He's got some PS4 gameplay. He's got like an hour of it up in one video, and some other stuff going on there, so you can check that out. It does look good on PS4. There is some issues. I think the aim assist looks a little too strong in places. But you know, I don't mind the auto rotation that much. I don't think it's super powerful because it doesn't really help with recoil control as well. And sometimes, you know, it locks onto the waist, which isn't always good. In some situations, you need to be taking shots at the head. Otherwise, you know you're not going to survive that gunfight or that situation. But I would be 100% happy if they just removed the auto rotation and left the slowdown. I think that would be the best decision. I don't really know why they have that auto snap. I guess it's for really new players and people who aren't that great, but I don't know. I would just start the game with default low sensitivity and leave it on slowdown. I think most people who are just kind of new would be okay with that. I mean, yeah, I think that would work. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That was 54 kills. Awesome game. Bit of a jumbled commentary, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you don't mind, and a dislike if you didn't like it. You know, any rating is good, so until next time, guys, catch you later.